All right, we're gonna read scroll 1, chapter 1, from the book The Mind by Dr. York. Without further ado, I'm not gonna waste too much time. Let's start. The essence of God we call on the Son of God to break the spell by the way of these facts. Order. Scroll 1, the human being, mortal man. Lo, all ye children of God who have embarked upon the secret Masonic order. I, Noble Rev. Dr. Malachi Z. York, L. 33 degrees over 720 degrees, am a reformer. I have been sent to you to break the spell and prepare you for the coming of the Messiah Jesus, the Savior to all Muslims, Jews, and Christians. I am about to impart upon your mind the mechanics of what you call the master organ, or simply the brain, which works with the mind. Know that your mind was a special gift given to you by your ancestors, whom I call your descendants, for they came down to you from above. They are called Elohim, the gods of the Bible, Netarat by the ancient Egyptians, Anunnaki by the Sumerians, who are the Yahwehan lords of the Old Testament, angels of the New Testament of the Christians, and Al-Malikat of the Noble Quran of the Mohammedans. The ruler of which King of Kings of the Noble Quran, who is El Elo, Anu, Allah, Yoah, Yahuwah, Theos, or God to many, all within the all. Within the confines of these pages, you shall embark upon the knowledge, the wisdom, and the understanding of the mind, which is working with the brain and the nervous system. 3 out of your whole body. 1, mind. 2, brain. 3, nervous system. And that's your being. The brain is one of the most intricate of organs within itself and was created by God. This knowledge that I am giving to you has never been before taught to you by any. Remember, my dear companion, in the right knowledge with right wisdom you receive right understanding and get right reasoning over all. This is the science of your way of life, which are the facts of life. Let me begin by giving you the nature of the Homo sapien, who is the mortal man, the human being known as people, the human animal, the children of Enos, the son of Seth, Genesis 4:25-26, who is called in tone Sheth, the noble, Quran 7:172, and in rhythm Sheath, and his wife Aklimia, Book of Enoch, the Holy Tablets, chapter 13. O ye children of Enos, know that ye have fallen from a being to a supreme being, to a human being, to a human, to a man, to a mortal, to a mammal, to an animal. Don't fall any further, my children, to become a beast. Study the scroll, the sacred wisdom of Tahuti. When the human searches for happiness, they invariably turn to external objects and events for satisfaction. They merely think, if I can just have that car, or if I were just able to get that job, or if I only lived here or there, then I would be happy. They have no perception of the fact that the mind may only be still or at peace for a short time on attaining their desired object. But eventually the mind becomes tired of its newly made toy and seeks treasures elsewhere, still in the search of happiness. However, know this, my child, each time the external objects fail to bring happiness, the human being may acquire new material possessions, a position with more responsibility, money, and a new dream home, being locked in persons, places, and things. However, my child, there always remains the same mind. Your mind is an elusive animal to tame. Many theories exist as to how it works, yet the human process seems to remain intangible. Why does one so often find him or herself caught in the same frustration and the same problems? It is said that this is a free society, but in truth, it is each human being's own desires and emotions that blind them. Consider this. Human being, a person who smokes cigarettes daily, claiming that they are determined to stop tomorrow. How many years has the human been caught in this parade? The human truly wants to be free of the habit, but lacks the necessary control of his or her own mind, and the mind feeds off a reservoir of information which you are connected to by the etheric cord. You have intelligence, outintelligence, information, outformation, terrestrial and celestial. In a sense, the mind is like a DVD or a compact disc. It contains grooves. or impressions of sound and color. Impressions are formed when certain thought waves become habitual. The benevolent example would be if a human being passes a bakery and sees a chocolate cake in the window. How delicious, the human says, I will buy that cake. If he or she ignores that thought wave and turns his or her mind to something else, then no pattern is formed. However, if he or she identifies with the thought, the human being gives life to it. The human being buys the cake and looks forward to enjoying it as dessert that evening. Now suppose the human being finds he or she must pass the same bakery every Wednesday and Friday. Each time the human being goes by, he or she recalls the wonderful cake again and purchases another. Now ponder this. What was originally just a flash in the mind has become a force in his or her life. Grooves in the mind are not necessarily negative. There can be grooves in the mind which are uplifting, as well as those which bring one down. There must be a strive to develop love, compassion, a sense of service, and the will of God. Cheerfulness, kindness, and many other qualities which not only make one's life happy, but which radiates to others. Everyone wants to be at his or her best. Each person would like to think that he or she is perfect, yet despite repeated resolutions, every person finds so many times being less than what he or she would like to be. The cause of this predicament is the ego, or as it is called in Anki and toddlers. The cause of this predicament is the ego, or as it is called in Anki in Aramaic Hebrew, or al-Zat in Asheric, Syriac, Galilean Arabic, and ego in Edomian Greek. As we say in Nuopic Egyptian Tawut, the ego, my child, is the cause of all bondage and is the chief barrier to the experience of reality. Mind your mind for the jewels of your soul. And that's the end of scroll 1. Next is scroll 2, the ego.